Welcome to the PrinceOnyx Network. Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your good guy here, PrinceOnyx, and man, do we have a lot to discuss. Let's dive in, shall we? So the topic of today is basically the conclusion, if you will, to the ongoing scandal, if you will, of Will and Jada in August, Alsina. So, basically Jada confirmed what everybody knew, and even early on, like, before I get too deep into it, like, I believed August initially, because there was that song that he had released 2 years ago with, he titled it with Jada's middle name, Corinne, K-O-R-A-N, yeah, Corinne. And a lot of people speculated back then that, oh wow, they were dating or messing around, and then if we went back into the whole situation of Will and Jada having an open marriage, open relationship, which when you think about it, and I'm not speaking ill on them at all, because I have nothing to gain from that, unlike the rest of y'all out here who are just joining in on this attack of the Smith family, but that's another conversation. When you think about it, they essentially do have an open relationship, open marriage, whatever you want to call it, and it works for them. I mean, it's been rumored long for years that Will has some that model. I forgot her name, but apparently she was the one who that was on those trips with them a couple of years back. That's his side piece, his girlfriend. And then there's the girl who does the YouTube videos with him sometimes. Like, she'll be around doing videos with him. It's rumored that she too is one of his girlfriends or whatever on the side. And with Jada, in this scenario, because I was on the phone with one of my good friends, and he made a lot of valid points. Like, for him, he thinks that Will and Jada should have just got divorced, because for him it wasn't making sense why they are together but they have an open relationship, open marriage. Like, I'm trying to remember from the conversation, Mike, I know you're watching, but to him it made sense. It would have made sense for them to divorce, because a lot of people don't know this, but they were on the verge of divorcing because Will was about to leave Jada, and then that's when they took their break, and in came August Alsina. Now, mind you, August was 20 around this time, so he was within age. He was within age, so it wasn't like he was 17, 16, 15. It wasn't like he was a young boy that Jada took in under her wing and was mentoring him, and then she started like sexually abusing him or anything like that. That's not what happened at all. And with that, like I said in my previous video, people have to stop babying black man. He is a grown man now. He's 27. So it's been definitely some time since then with the whole relationship, whatever you want to call it, or in Jada's case, entanglement, which and I'm glad Will called her out on that. He was like, it was a relationship that you had. You had a relationship with him, like with August. Like, you had a relationship with him. It's like you had a relationship with him. Just admit it. And what I find also funny too, because I know I'm all over the place, but what I find also funny too is that, like, you have a lot of black men who are vicariously living through Will Smith because they are processing hurt from their previous relationships or current relationships, because you got people who will still stay with somebody who cheated on them or whatever the case is, because they just can't give up, or they have it ingrained in their minds that they'll never find anybody else, which is false. You will find somebody else. You will find the person who is right for you. And truth be told, marriage isn't for everybody. And that's a hard pill for people to swallow, but not really, because the dynamics of what a relationship looks like is changing. And then on top of that, you got to think about the fact that it works for them with Will and Jada. It works for them. Like, again, like August, he was not a boy. He was, a young man. He was 20. And truth be told, Jada should have been upfront. She should have been more upfront with what she was doing with him. I mean, at first, yeah, she was helping him. The Smith family was helping him. They took him in. He was very sick at that time, as we all know. A lot of people know he has a lot of physical ailments, dealing with, I think, like kidney stones, and then something going on in his blood. It's like a lot of stuff, health issues that he is dealing with. You know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can actually look them up. I'm pretty sure, because the internet has everything. So let me see if I can look up specifically what has been happening with the brother, because you know, it's like that's why you don't really see him a lot in you don't really see him a lot, because he's always in and out of the hospital, as well as dealing with the fact that again he has his, what was it, his brother's children, his daughters, so his nieces are in his custody, and then he lost a sister a couple of years back. So he's had a lot of stuff happening in his personal life, and he also deals with a lot of mental health issues such as depression, bipolar, so on and so forth. So he's very unstable. He's very unstable, and truth be told, it's like Jada picked the wrong one. What I mean by that is she picked the wrong guy to have a relationship with, or be her plaything or her side piece, whatever you want to call it. She picked the wrong one, because look at what has become of it. He is, you know, airing out the dirty laundry. Apparently he's been blackballed behind the scenes. So it's really hard for him right now in his career, because he actually wants to get into acting. He wants to, you know, do more with his music, even though we are all still quarantined. So unless he's doing virtual concerts, you know, there's that. But he wants to do a lot, and he feels as though he's been blackballed behind the scenes by way of the Smiths. Now, could they have did that? I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them, but in the same breath, what would they have to gain from that? A lot, because they have an empire together. And while again, a lot of people don't understand that, the dynamics of that, you would do anything to protect what you and your partner are building. So if it is in the guise of a Will and Jada type of relationship, you'll do anything to protect that, because you know how valuable it is with what you two have built both separately and together, being entangled. You see the different business ventures that they have together, as well as what they each have separately. You know what I'm saying? Like for Jada, Red Table Talk is her thing now, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Will on YouTube and on TikTok and whatever else, just, you know, expanding with social media. So they are finding ways to keep their empire going and expanding it. And then of course they have their 3 children. Well, you know, Trey, he is Will Smith's son from his first marriage, and then there's Jaden and Willow from his marriage with Jada. And yeah, so it's just the scenario. How do I feel about the situation? Because I know I'm like all over the place. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't affect me and it doesn't bother me, because again, I see a lot of black men who are vicariously living through Will Smith and trying to galvanize behind him and badmouth Jada. And then on the other side, you have a lot of black women who are creeped out by Jada and really sort of like bashing her because they feel like, oh, she preyed on him. Which, you know what? Okay, yes, it's predatory in the sense. It's predatory in the sense because of how it started off as a mentorship, but then, you know, it turned into a romantic sexual relationship. So it's just like, that's where you went wrong. That's where you lost a lot of people. And so, you know, but more so, back on the whole vicariously living through Will Smith thing, I just feel like, me personally, we as black people have to stop vicariously living through celebrities, whether it is Will Smith and Jada Pinkett-Smith, or Beyonce and Jay-Z, or anybody. We have to stop living through these celebrities, because how can you make these people relationship goals when you don't even know their goals within that relationship? What are Jada and Will's goals? What are Beyonce and Jay-Z's goals? You cannot make people who you don't personally know your goals or aspirations. Like, these people are entertainers. They entertain us, make us laugh, make us cry, make us think, you know, with the body of work that they do. And that's that. And, you know, yeah, these people may be nice people behind the scenes and this, that, and the third, and oh, they donate to charities and they do this and they do that. That's fine. But for me, for PrinceOnyx, the line stops for me where it's like, okay, I like your body of work, that's it. And if you are doing stuff, you know, behind the scenes, and you feel the need to, you know, be like, oh yeah, I recently donated to this charity, like, you don't come off as, oh, well, y'all should, you know, give me a round of applause because I donated to this charity and I did this and I'm out here feeding the homeless and I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference in that. But if you're like, you know, you come from a sense of gratitude and humbleness, even though I hate that word, humble, but you come from the sense of gratitude where it's like, hey guys, so today I donated to this charity, and if there's anything that you would like to do, or if you know anybody who would be interested in helping, these are the ways you can help out. You know, insert link here, wherever. And, you know, that's that. So for me, I just keep it at an entertainment level, an entertainment basis, and I stop. The line stops right there for me. For me. For this guy. For me. It stops right there. Because again, I have nothing to gain from making these people my relationship goals. When I get into a relationship, you know, the man of my dreams, it is up for me and him to make our relationship, our own relationship goals. Not be like, oh, I want our relationship to mirror that of Will and Jada. Or I want it to mirror that of Beyonce and Jay-Z. Or I want it to look like Remy Ma and Papoose. No. 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 Now granted, in the term of presentation and representation of black love, you know, we have Angela Bassett and her husband. We have, well, hold on, let me look him up too, child. Look here, ha ha ha. There's a lot of stuff I'm trying to look up, y'all. Baby. Womp womp womp. Ooh, child, I can't spit, I can't stand the rain. Okay, hold on, y'all. Yeah, we have Angela Bassett and her husband, Courtney B. Vance. We have, let me see. We have Viola Davis and her husband, Julius Tion. So we have, you know, we have these different representations, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You know, we have these different representations of black love, which is very important, you know, to see that two black people can stand the test of time, whether they've been together for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. And despite the bad shit that has happened between them behind closed doors or in the spotlight, because when you are a celebrity, your life is highlighted. And that's another thing that I was talking about with my homeboys, that, like, you know, when you think about it, oftentimes there are celebrities who literally do not like the spotlight. Always being, you know, always having a camera shoved in their face. It's like if they're just going grocery shopping or to the ice cream or favorite ice cream shop, or they're just exercising or whatever, you know, going for a jog, or whatever. They don't want the cameras always on them and asking them, oh, what's going on in your life? What did you have for breakfast? What did you have for lunch? A lot of people don't like that. And then you can see the difference with somebody like a Kanye West, which I'll talk about him separate. But, you know, so you'll see the difference in somebody like a Kanye West who craves the attention and wants the attention. Hell, the woman who he's married to, he married her for attention and not at all love. Now, could there be love there? Possibly, but that's another story for another time. Anyway, back with Will and Jada. Yeah, it's like, honestly, this is them just doing damage control and saving face, because now they have to move more smartly, Jada has to move more smartly, because more wisely, because I feel like it's going to be a long time before she ever messes with anybody else. I don't know if you guys remember, but when she did the show Hawthorne, and she worked with Mark Anthony, and when he was asked about her in an interview, the way he was talking about her energy and her presence and her, you know, just her captivating and her tantalizing and enchanting personality and her energy really pulled to me into where, you know what? Who's to say that they didn't mess around? Who's to say? So, you know, yeah, who's to say that they didn't mess around? But if they did, they were on a level, on a mental, spiritual, and emotional level to understand that, hey, we both got a lot to lose. So let's just keep it on the hush, and nobody will ever know. They'll speculate, there'll be rumors, that's fine, but let's, you know, but we don't have to come out and be like, oh yeah, we messing around, oh yeah. No, they didn't have to come out and do that, you know? So with the situation, because, oh my God, I really wish I would have did this video with my homeboy Mike. You know, we might fuck around and revisit this video one day. Revisit this topic one day, because I swear the energy on the phone with him, man, he was bringing it. Because I can't wait for y'all to meet him. But anyway, that's another story for another time. But how do I feel about it overall with Will and Jada? It is what it is. It's like, hey, this is something that they have to fix now. They're doing damage control. With August, I really hope that he's okay, because again, he deals with depression and bipolarism. So I'm really hoping that he is okay and that nothing becomes of this, nothing severe to the point where, you know, something is committed, you know, because of the algorithm in YouTube. I can't really say that word, but because of something being, you know, committed, somebody turning off your own lights, if you get what I'm saying. So, because he definitely, again, he's very fragile, he's very broken up, and you know, he's angry right now. That's why he was going off on Keke Palmer, even though Keke Palmer wasn't talking about him. She was clapping back at a fan who tried to be like, oh, well, girl, ain't this your man? Wasn't you messing with him too a while ago, from years back? She was like, well, no, that's not the case. Like, yeah, he's my homie, but we never messed around, and if we did, it's like, that's our business. That's the thing. That's the other thing. Celebrities don't owe y'all nothing when it comes to their personal life. I really hope y'all understand that. Now, again, as a child and as a teenager, and even in my early 20s, I'm 25 now, I used to always be like, and my friend Mike the same way, we both would be like, oh, you know what, my favorite celebrity, this person, they would look good with that person. Oh, they should do this, or oh, they should do that. We were always so in tuned into their personal lives, but the older that we got, it's like, you know what, or at a certain point, you start to just reset your own mind and reprogram yourself and be like, let me make my own life interesting. Why am I so concerned with what this person is doing because it's in the tabloids, the National Enquirer, or the paparazzi, whatever the case is? Like, it's here, it's there. Why am I so concerned with those things? It ain't like I'm waking up, you know, with a bank account the size of Will Smith's bank account, or it's not like I'm waking up one day and on my Jada Pinkett shit and I'm like, you know what, let me call my little plaything and, you know, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Just make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? With me, I gain nothing from it. What you eat don't make me shit. Who you does not make me nut. What you drink does not quench my thirst. What you read does not give me more information or make me any more intelligent than I already am. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are celebrities, people. These are not politicians. These are not aldermen. These are not judges. These are not, you know, locally elected officials who we should be more concerned about instead of celebrities. But see, this is how celebridom works, because entertainment and politics have been entangled with each other since the days of Teddy Roosevelt. But that's something a lot of people don't bother studying. But, you know, it's just, I don't know, y'all. For the Prince, the Prince of all things, it doesn't really do anything for me. I'm only coming back to just do a follow-up because of what's happened. You know what I'm saying? And just, you just gotta have more discernment and have the gall enough to be like, you know what, okay, this is their business, they're airing it out, okay, whatever. But let me go back to focusing on me, making some money, how to start an LLC, do this, do that. Hell, just being on Twitter, tweeting shit all day, or on TikTok, or on YouTube, watching random cat videos, or whatever it is that you know, tickles you pink. People have to make their own lives interesting, and not so much care about celebrities as far as their personal life. If anything, I'll go up for an article about, you know, Will Smith having a possible role in a Marvel movie, or Jada being a director for a new DC movie. Like, it's stuff like that. They'll be like, oh, okay, you know, that's great. You know, that's more money for their empire, another, you know, notch under their belt. You know, it's stuff like that. But I'm not finna be over here like, ooh, a girl, look, or homie, look, man, look, my guy, like, did you hear what happened now? Damn, apparently August got pictures, he got videos, he got girl. But again, like I said, though, in all, Jada just picked the wrong guy. I bet you if she would have picked somebody like a Trey Songz, let's put Trey Songz in August's position, but Trey Songz is fully stable, he's not mental or dealing with anything health-wise, he's strong enough to understand that, hey, you know what, she ain't never gonna leave her husband. That just is what it is. I'm just here to fulfill a need, a want, and a desire for however long, and when things break up and we go our separate ways, yo, it's still all love. I'll still come around, we can still hang out, nobody ever has to know. And that's that. I mean, that's that. You know what I'm saying? If it was him, for example, just using him as an example, or if it was some up and coming singer or entertainer, producer, screenwriter, whatever the case is, and they were strong enough, again, stable enough and strong enough to realize, hey, she's never going, no matter how good your stroke game is, no matter how large and endowed you are and well endowed that you are. No matter any of that. No matter none of that. No matter none of that. She's never going to leave her husband. People say stupid shit all the time during sex. Okay, I am definitely a witness of that. But that's a whole nother conversation for another story. But anyway, you know, it's she's never gonna leave him. Because again, they have much more to lose than they have to gain with being divorced and separate. And again, you know, because oh my God, I just really wish he was here right now. That way we could be bouncing back and forth. This video will probably be fuck around and be 30 minutes long or whatever. Because man, when my guy Mike gets going, there is no stopping him. Okay. But again, in essence, once more, it does nothing for me. So let me know what you guys think of this whole situation with August, Will, and Jada. How do you guys feel about it? Do you feel like, in a sense, yes, Jada was being a bit of the situation became predatory because of how it first started out? Do you think that, you know, they are going to go back to having their open marriage relationship? Do you believe them on the whole thing about them denying it, that they even had that to begin with? What do you feel about the whole entanglement when Will had called her out and said it was a relationship? And just overall, what do you guys think about this situation? Let me know in the comment section. Let's have a delectable, intellectually delicious, and delectable, because I was gonna say delicate, ha ha ha. But let's have an awesome, sweet, rocking conversation down in the comment section downstairs in the basement of the video. And I, PrinceOnyx, will see you guys later. Peace. And you know what? A little PS with the whole topic of Will and Jada and the fact that black people need to, well, people in general, but screw it. In the context of my people, black people, stop living vicariously through celebrities. You know what I hated that I saw on Twitter as a result of this whole situation is you had a lot of people just coming out of nowhere as if anybody fucking asks for their opinion on, you know, if they believe in love or marriage or not. Yet these the same people who 5 tweets later will be like, oh, I wish I had a bae, or oh, I want what they have. Insert whatever couple whose picture they done came across on the timeline. Look here, child. I'm gonna need y'all to make up y'all minds. Because how is it that you're tweeting about, oh, I don't believe in love, or I don't believe in marriage? Well, bitch, that's just too fucking bad. So you know what you can do? Move your ass out the damn way and just get out of there. Because I literally had to mute a couple of mutuals of mine. I don't give a fuck if they are watching this or not. I had to mute a couple of their asses because my thing is, you know what? I don't need that type of energy in my space. Because I still believe in love. I still believe in courting, in courtship, and courting, and in marriage. I still believe, goddammit, like motherfucking Brenda K. Starr said, I still believe that someday you will see that we will find ourselves in love again. Anyway, bitch, I still believe, okay? Struggle vocals and all. I still believe. The rest of y'all can continue to live your life. Again, not everybody's meant to be in a relationship. That's okay. Not everybody is meant to be married. That's okay too. But the energy that's coming out is because of this that got y'all to be like, you know, let me just tweet some shit that didn't nobody and their mama fucking ask for. You know, y'all are just really desperate for attention. I know Kanye is desperate for attention, but y'all are desperate for attention too. Getting on this little bird app known as Twitter and just saying shit that didn't nobody fucking give a fuck about. Girl, you know what? And that's all I gotta say with this little PSA. Now PrinceOnyx is officially out. Peace. Welcome to the PrinceOnyx Network.